Hello, everyone. I hope you guys had a lovely weekend. Once again, I'm here to discuss what are the foods that we can introduce to the 6 months and above baby. I'm Swapna Jarasam and I'm very happy to share this video with you guys. Before that, I hope you like this video and you find it informative. I'm very keen on knowing your feedback, so please drop me a direct message or leave a message to me on my Instagram page and share some love, share it with everyone you know, especially with the new mothers and the mothers to be. So, what I've done today is I've broken the age of the baby into two stages. Stage one would be 6 to 9 months, because 6 to 9 months is the phase where I feel the baby's digestive system is developing, and that's the phase which we have to be extremely careful about. The stage two would be 9 months to 12 months, right? Because by the stage two, which I generally call it as final stage as well, that by that stage the digestive system is now kind of formed 80%, and the baby is now quite adjusted to the new foods that have been introduced after the breast milk, right? Now, further to make it simpler for you mothers, what I've done is I have categorized the food that I'm going to discuss with you guys. So I've categorized into four parts, that is fruits, the vegetables, then the grains, and poultry, right? So first I will talk about the first category, which is, and today, before I start, today I'm going to only discuss about stage one, which is 6 to 9 months, because I feel I need to give some time to discuss about the stage one more, because it's very crucial to understand what foods are feasible to start in this stage, right? So I will start with the fruits. Everyone knows apple. Apple is the most loved fruit by most of us, and even babies love apple the most. The fruits that we are going to introduce to the baby in this stage one are generally the sweet fruits, because as we all know, breast milk and formula milk are sweet in taste, so the baby's palate is already used to the sweet taste, right? So the fruits are going to be the natural sweeteners for the baby, and that's why introducing fruits first becomes extremely easy for the baby and for the mothers, because babies easily accept those new foods after the breast milk, right? So apple is wonderful fruit to start with. We all know it's extremely rich in vitamin A and B1, B2, and it is extremely good nutrient for the baby, for its building of muscle tissues and bones, because it's rich in calcium. So apple in mashed form, very important to know that apple should be first steamed rather, and the apple should be peeled and then mashed and then given to the baby. You can mix it with the porridge, or you can give it plain to the baby in a mashed form. The next would be bananas. Bananas are extremely good for the baby as well. You can just directly go ahead and mash the bananas and give it to the baby. Very important to note, now that the rainy season is going to start, please do not give bananas on a daily basis, because we all know bananas are slightly cold, so you can limit it to 3 to 4 times a week. Next, grapefruit is sapota or chiku. It's extremely rich in vitamin A, C, and B6, and it is extremely good in improving the digestion of the baby's food. So very good fruit for the digestive system. Next on the chart would be avocado. Yes, avocado is a lovely fruit. We all love it, and it's extremely good for the baby as well, because it has got the key nutrients for the proper growth and development of the baby. Like, it has got fiber, it has got vitamin C, magnesium, folate, vitamin K. Lovely fruit, packed with nutrients. Please go ahead and include this fruit in the baby's diet. You can give it in a mashed form. You don't need to cook it, because it's already, you have to give the ripened avocado in a mashed form to the baby, right? Papaya, again, another highly nutrient fruit. It is high in vitamin C and great source of fiber and folic acid. It builds the immunity of the baby, and it works against the gastrointestinal worms. So it's a wonderful fruit to start with. If there are going to be any stomach upsets for the baby, this fruit is going to be doing wonders to the baby's digestive tract, right? So lovely fruit to start with. It's good for the mothers as well. And last but not the least, you can even start with pear. Again, with pear, you have to be very careful. You cannot give it in a raw form. You have to first steam the pear, peel it, and then give it in a mashed form or a pureed form. It is another great quality about pear is it is very good for treating babies' constipation. So good fruit to start with, right? So that's about the fruits. Let's move to the category 2, which is vegetables. Vegetables, you can start with carrots and beetroots. Again, you have to cook the carrots, steam them, and then peel it and give it in a mash form or a pureed form. Please blend carrots and beetroots. Do not leave even slight chunks because it will be difficult for the baby to swallow them. Next would be green peas. Green peas again, cooked form. All the vegetables rather, they have to be in cooked form and blended form. Green peas are extremely good for the baby and highly nutritious. Sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes, yes, you can start with sweet potatoes. They are my favorite fruit, and if at all you can, use it as a alternative to potatoes. This is a wonderful fruit and highly nutritious, right? After sweet potato, you can start with pumpkin. Yes, pumpkin is again a lovely vegetable to start with. Please cook it and give it in a puree form. You can give pumpkin directly, or you can include it with rice porridge or steamed rice. You can mix it and blend it together and give it to the baby. Another fruit, another vegetable that you can start, but I would suggest start it after 8 months or 8 month onwards, is broccoli and cabbage. Broccoli is high in vitamin C and fiber, and it's extremely nutritious for the baby, so you can give it in a mashed form. Cabbage, cauliflower, French beans, all these vegetables you can start from the 8th month onward. Cook it and give it in a blended form. Let's move on to the third category, which is grains and pulses. In grains, rice, yes, lovely grain to start with. See if you can swap it with brown rice. If you don't have brown rice, white rice is absolutely fine. Give it in limited quantity. Keep variations in rice. Like I mentioned in my earlier video, you can mix vegetables, carrots or beetroot or pumpkin puree with rice and give it to the baby. Next would be moong dal. Moong dal is a lovely pulse to start with. Extremely nutritious. You can just give moong dal water to the baby, or you can boil the moong dal and give it in a nice dal form, pasty dal. Third would be ragi. Yes, ragi, you get organic ragi in the market, or you can buy ragi from the market and make it into a flour, ragi flour at home itself. I personally buy ragi from the market and make the flour myself. I do not believe in buying it from the market, but it depends. If you do not have time, you can always buy. You get a lot of lovely brands, organic ragi brands outside in the market. You can go ahead with that. Lovely breakfast would be oats. You can go ahead and buy oats, Quaker oats or Baggeries, whichever you feel comfortable with. Buy oats and make nice porridge, but make sure that the oats is in a powdered form given to the baby. You can mix some dry fruits like almonds and walnuts, again in a powdered form with the oats, and give it to the baby, right? So that's about the grains. Third category is poultry. Now, I would highly recommend in the stage 1, which is 6 to 9 months, chicken is sufficient for the protein intake for the baby. Do not introduce eggs or any red meat yet, because in order to get proteins, you're already getting a lot of proteins from the vegetables also, from the pulses also. So chicken is sufficient for 6 to 8 months baby, 6 to 9 months baby. Eggs and red meat, I will talk about it later. It will most probably fall in the second stage of the baby's growth. So that's about the foods that you can introduce in the stage 1. And one question that I came across was, why suddenly we start introducing solids to the babies only after 5 to 6 months of age? Now, there's an answer for that, and the scientific reason for that is that the baby's body is so used to the breast milk and it's getting all its nutrients from the breast milk, right? But what happens is, as we are towards weaning the baby from the 5th month or the 6th month, the iron in the body of the baby starts depleting, right? So as the iron is depleting from the baby's body, it is looking for the external source to gain that iron back in the body, and that's why we need to get the iron. We should fulfill the iron requirements of the baby through the external food, which is all the foods that I just mentioned to you, right? And the fruits that I mentioned, vegetables that I mentioned, they are high in iron and folic acid, which is extremely good for the baby's development. So that's about the video today, and I hope you liked it, and I hope you found it very informative. The next video that I'll be making, I'll be talking more about the stage 2, which is 9 to 12 months and above, what foods we can have and what is the variation we can bring in. And I'll also share a few recipes with you in the next videos if time permits. So if you like this video, please like, share, and soon I'll be coming on YouTube channel as well. I would love all my listeners to go ahead and subscribe to my channel so that I can provide informative information to all you guys. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a nice week ahead.